I watched everything. I researched everything.
But listen, you're a big fellow close, isn't it? First time I've met you.
Land of the Giants, isn't it?
Listen,
heavyweight division's changed a lot.
he's probably the finest man in boxing, isn't he?
Let's go.
Get up there, my boy.
Oh man, I say what I want to say. You know, this is a sport, we're in a boxing game. AJ's a nice kid. He's given us a lot of pleasurable nights. He's been a good world champion, you know, and let me tell you something, you know, if the kid gives me props, I can only thank him, can't I? You know what I'm saying? And I'd only be a prick to say anything else, wouldn't I? But I'm me. My son's him. I know my son's the best in the world by a country mile, but it don't stop me liking anybody. And AJ, just a likeable guy.
So here's what went down between these two heavyweight legends. Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury finally crossed paths after that devastating car crash, and you could feel the weight of everything that had happened. When tragedy strikes and mortality stares you in the face, suddenly all the trash talk and competitive fire takes a back seat to something much deeper. These two warriors found themselves in an embrace that said everything about respect, gratitude, and the bond that connects fighters who understand how quickly everything can change.
He was big and strong and game. They're big men, aren't they? 6 foot sods and just big strong men, aren't they?
When Anthony Joshua came face to face with Tyson Fury following that horrific accident, every word between them hit different. Both fighters had been reminded of something most people try not to think about, how easily it could all be over tomorrow. The significance of that moment wasn't lost on either man. And hey, while we're talking about significant moments, smash that like button and subscribe because this story gets even more intense. Their connection in that instant went way beyond any belt or ranking, showing the world that when real tragedy strikes, champions recognize what actually matters most.
Christians, Muslims, Jews, Hindus, blacks, whites, Chineses, everybody on earth. This goes out to you. We are not divided. We are one peoples under God, united. That's what we are. Let no government, let no spokesperson, let no politician drive a wedge between humanity. Welcome your brothers and sisters as one. They are not your enemies. They are your brothers and sisters under God. We all came from Adam and Eve. In the beginning, everybody on earth. Remember that. Spread love, not hate.
The aftermath of that crash changed everything for Anthony Joshua, especially when it came to his perspective on the upcoming showdown with Tyson Fury. Standing there with his rival turned brother, Joshua opened up about how fragile each moment really is and how that accident shifted his entire worldview. This wasn't going to be just another fight anymore. This was about legacy, about making every second count, about stepping into that ring with complete awareness of what exists beyond those ropes. Life has this way of evolving you, whether you're ready or not, and Joshua was living proof of that truth. The crash footage still haunts everyone who saw it, knowing how close they came to losing one of boxing's greatest talents, but seeing both men together brought this overwhelming sense of relief mixed with the harsh reality that danger lurks everywhere. Even outside the squared circle, Joshua's unwavering focus and that legendary resilience remained intact, but now the Fury fight carried weight that went far beyond any championship.
Photo, this is a real image of both of them together. Now, Nigerian police sources has indicated that Adeniyi will be facing some serious felony charges for reckless driving. And I know a lot of you guys are curious, such as I, on, you know, what would be the punishment or the penalty for reckless driving in Nigeria. So I looked it up. And if you are a reckless driver in Nigeria and you cause a fatality on a federal road, that is up to 7.
Peter Fury. The emotional toll hit everyone around Anthony Joshua, especially when you hear people like Yuri breaking down what this loss meant to the champion personally. But having Tyson Fury there, understanding that same vulnerability, created this incredible sense of brotherhood that nobody expected. When these two eventually step through those ropes, they'll be carrying more than just their own ambitions. They'll be fighting with the knowledge that every breath outside that ring is a gift that shouldn't be wasted. This connection they found goes deeper than any rivalry ever could.
When you've got people around you and you're close to your people, and you think a lot of them, it's going to have a big effect. So it will be. It's going to be an emotional wrecking ball ride for him for quite a while. It will be. It's the loss. The loss is you can't put a word on it. It's that deep of a loss.
Johnny Nelson broke it down perfectly when he talked about how real tragedy puts everything else into perspective. When Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury look at each other now, they see beyond the belts and the rankings to something much more fundamental about what it means to be alive. That meeting after the accident became this powerful symbol of unity and understanding that their upcoming battle should be fought with honor, technique, and complete awareness that the real fight is just surviving another day in this unpredictable world.
It's just sad. It just makes you realize how valuable life is, and how things can change in a heartbeat. So when we talk about fights and we talk about beefs and these things are just nothing when it comes to real life and losing a life. So it was a sad thing to hear, a sad thing to see. God knows how it'll affect those that saw it mentally, emotionally. But you've got to think about these two men who were somebody's child, someone's brother, and that's what you've got to think about, those people that have lost their life.
Joe Rogan couldn't believe how close that crash came to ending Anthony Joshua's story completely. When someone survives something that devastating and then steps into the ring with Tyson Fury, you're not just watching another boxing match, you're witnessing pure survival instinct and unshakable gratitude in action. Every movement Joshua makes in that ring now carries the weight of almost losing everything, making each combination and defensive move that much more significant. The stakes of their bout have been forever altered by what happened outside those ropes.
That's bonkers. Thank God he didn't have a seatbelt on. I never say that. Thank God he didn't have a fucking seatbelt on, because if he did,
there's no way
he would be dead.
Even Jarrell Miller felt the impact of what Anthony Joshua went through, showing just how deeply that accident shook everyone in his circle. But when Fury showed up and offered that understanding and solidarity, it provided this incredible sense of comfort during an impossible time. Joshua's ability to push through grief, process trauma, and handle all the public scrutiny while still preparing for the biggest fight of his career shows the kind of mental fortitude that separates good fighters from legends. Their upcoming clash now represents so much more than sport. It's become this testament to human resilience and what it means to find meaning after tragedy.
You don't know what other people are going through. And even though AJ, we're not on the best terms, man, I feel for this brother, man. Because it could have been my family, could have been my friends. And, I feel like, man, it's mentally kind of draining looking at this stuff all day on the line. And like I said, I didn't really see nothing too graphic until this morning. Now I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my life, man. I've seen dead bodies before and all that. And, man, I don't even know how to even express myself, because
Joe Rogan kept coming back to the uncertainty everyone felt about how Joshua would bounce back physically and mentally from that crash. But surviving something that intense reminded everyone, including Fury, just how quickly everything can disappear. Watching Joshua return to the gym and maintain his focus on their upcoming fight demonstrated the kind of raw courage that can't be taught or faked. His training sessions now carried this deeper purpose, fueled by resilience and an unbreakable will to keep moving forward. When Fury extended that respect and recognition of their shared humanity, it added this incredible dimension to what had always been seen as just another rivalry, showing fans that these champions understand how fragile life really is outside those four corners.
Happened to him when he survived, right? Did he hit his head? Did he hit his neck? What is he okay? Is he 100%, or is he always gonna be a little fucked from that?
The pain game really captured what Joshua's body went through during that accident and the absolutely incredible way he bounced back from it. Even after surviving such a brutal crash, there he was, still grinding in the gym and getting ready to face Tyson Fury like nothing could break his spirit. The emotional weight of everything that happened has transformed their upcoming fight into something much bigger than anyone expected. Joshua's refusal to let either the mental or physical challenges defeat him proves what separates true champions from everyone else. Every minute he spends in that gym now carries this intense purpose and focus that only comes from having your perspective completely rearranged by near-death experience.
Through such a severe car accident there, alright, he's lucky enough to still be alive, but fuck me, his body must be going through a lot right there. This is not a man who winces in pain easily, right? He gets punched for a living. And obviously, you're supposed to take people out of car accidents like that with great care, because you don't want to
Eddie Hearn's confirmation that Anthony Joshua avoided serious injuries in that crash brought this massive wave of relief to fans and probably to Tyson Fury as well. Going through something that traumatic only seemed to sharpen Joshua's determination and mental clarity heading into their fight. When these two legends finally meet in that ring, both will be carrying the knowledge of how precious and unpredictable life can be. Joshua's ability to work through trauma while maintaining his competitive edge showcases the kind of mental and physical strength that defines elite athletes. What they're building isn't just another sporting event, it's become this powerful statement about survival, determination, and the mutual respect that exists between two warriors who understand what really matters.
It doesn't look like he has any major injuries. He's true, and that would be fantastic, and obviously he'd be a very lucky boy if that was the case, but we hope that is the case.
John Fury. Everyone around Anthony Joshua felt this incredible gratitude and relief that he walked away from that crash alive. When Tyson Fury met with him afterward, both men had this opportunity to reflect on their priorities and what actually drives them beyond all the fame and competition. Joshua's commitment to his training and preparation for their fight shows the kind of strength and perspective that only comes from staring mortality in the face. Their time together became more than just pre-fight positioning. It turned into this reminder about life's fragility and the importance of approaching everything with respect, brotherhood, and genuine humility.
AJ, you one lucky lad. God bless you, my lad. Glad you're alive again. Shocked me, it has. Terrible.
As Sonny Edwards put it, try to enjoy whatever time you have and stay safe out there. The journey Anthony Joshua has taken from worldwide fame to nearly losing everything in that crash has given him this profound understanding of what actually matters. When he stands across from Tyson Fury, the emotional significance of that moment will be impossible to ignore. Their fight has evolved into something that transcends ego or rankings. It's become this ultimate test of skill, focus, and mutual respect between two men who've both been shaped by triumph and tragedy. Fans are going to witness someone who's been forged by success, hardship, and survival stepping into that ring with complete purpose and awareness of how fragile this whole thing really is.
It's 2 weeks ago, this guy's in front of the whole world. Netflix, millions of dollars, breaks Jake Paul's jaw in 2 places, decides to go back to Nigeria, almost dies. 2 of his closest friends pass away in the accident. You never know what days you'll have.
Gareth A. Davies shifted focus from other boxing drama to highlight Anthony Joshua's incredible composure following that crash. Meeting with Tyson Fury so soon after surviving what could have been a fatal accident adds this deeply human element to their story. Joshua's ability to process trauma while staying focused on their upcoming fight demonstrates the kind of maturity and resilience that goes way beyond athletic ability. When Fury showed up, it wasn't about creating hype or building rivalry. It was about genuine respect, recognizing life's fragility, and approaching their challenge with complete dignity.
In fact, it's some very interesting and germane points you make there in this moment, Raheem. That I think what I've noticed, that obviously there were a kind of panoply of opinions about him fighting Jake Paul to take it back a week and a half. I mean, I was critical of that fight being signed, first of all, because I worried about the dangers for Jake Paul. He got his jaw broken at the end of the day, and kind of used the scars as a flag in his new moon, delusionally optimistic in his words, as he is about these things. So Anthony Joshua went to America a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, played the role which he needed to play, was very classy.
The confirmation from various sources about how serious Anthony Joshua's car accident really was makes it clear how close boxing came to losing one of its biggest stars. That near-death experience has added this incredible gravity and urgency to everything building up to the Fury fight. When these two met after such a traumatic event, it highlighted the emotional intelligence and depth that both men possess as they grappled with questions of life and survival. Joshua's ability to maintain his focus despite everything he'd been through shows fans a side of him that goes far beyond his championship resume. It reveals someone who survived the unthinkable, values every moment, and is preparing for what could be the most meaningful fight of his career.
Anthony Joshua's SUV struck the stationary truck. So I just want to give you guys the breaking news. Unfortunately, Anthony Joshua was involved in a car accident in Nigeria. prayers to Anthony J. Joshua and his family.
John Fury's words captured the relief and gratitude that everyone felt after Anthony Joshua walked away from that accident. When his son Tyson met with Joshua after this life-altering event, it became this deeply symbolic and emotional moment for both fighters. Their connection reinforced just how fragile everything really is, and highlighted the genuine respect that exists between elite competitors. Joshua's preparation for their upcoming fight now carries this heightened awareness of mortality that transforms everything about how he approaches competition. What started as just another big fight has evolved into this meaningful showdown between two men who understand that some battles extend far beyond any ring.
Be there for them and the family, anything they need. You know, sometimes when someone is a star, they have a lot of things in their life taken care of for them. So you really have to move into that mode in this situation as well. Make sure obviously they're getting the best medical attention, make sure their family are safe and happy and as happy as can be.
Gareth A. Davies came back to Anthony Joshua's professionalism and class, qualities that often get overshadowed by media narratives and public perception. After surviving that near-fatal crash and meeting with Tyson Fury, Joshua's perspective on life and competition has been completely transformed. Their upcoming fight represents so much more than a clash between heavyweight champions. It's become this culmination of resilience, focus, and genuine respect between two elite athletes. Joshua's grace and discipline in handling everything that followed the tragedy shows fans the true depth of his character, while his ability to continue training and preparing demonstrates the kind of mental strength and emotional maturity that defines genuine champions.
I think it's some very interesting and germane points you make there in this moment, Raheem. That I think what I've noticed, that obviously there were a kind of panoply of opinions about him fighting Jake Paul to take it back a week and a half. I mean, I was critical of that fight being signed, first of all, because I worried about the dangers for Jake Paul. He got his jaw broken at the end of the day, and kind of used the scars as a flag in his new moon, delusionally optimistic in his words, as he is about these things. So Anthony Joshua went to America a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, played the role which he needed to play, was very classy throughout.
The complete journey Anthony Joshua has taken from that shocking car accident in Nigeria to his first meeting with Tyson Fury afterward tells this incredible story of resilience, perspective, and respect that goes way beyond sport. Surviving such a close call with death gave Joshua this renewed understanding of how fragile life really is, making every training session, every round, and every moment building up to the Fury fight carry significance that no title or rivalry could ever match. When they embraced and met for the first time after the incident, it wasn't just some friendly gesture, it became this shared recognition of survival and the value of human connection that exists far beyond any competition. This encounter revealed a side of Anthony Joshua that most people never get to see, someone who's been shaped by adversity, remains focused and humble, and possesses the kind of mental strength that can't be broken. Their fight has transformed into this ultimate test of skill, heart, and determination that reminds everyone watching that true champions find balance between courage inside and outside those ropes.